Have you ever found yourself looking back, wondering what you could have done differently if only you had known then what you know now? Life has a way of moving so quickly. One moment, you're raising a family, building a career, juggling responsibilities. Then suddenly the kids are grown, the house is quieter, and you're left with more time and more thoughts. It's natural to reflect, and sometimes those reflections bring a twinge of regret. Things you wish you had done sooner, or choices you wish you had made differently. You're not alone. But here's the truth. Aging isn't about the past. It's about the power you still hold in the present. Every single day offers a chance to shape what comes next. Isn't that comforting? Isn't that exciting? Yes, time doesn't rewind, but it also doesn't stop giving. And the choices you make now still carry immense weight, whether it's your health, your relationships, your finances, or your sense of purpose. Each small decision can build toward a brighter, stronger future. So if you're ready to make the most of this chapter of life, let's begin with awareness. Let's uncover the most common mistakes people make as they age, and more importantly, learn how to avoid them before they steal your joy. Ready? Let's dive in. 1. Neglecting physical health. The silent decline you can still reverse. As you grow older, it's easy to believe that feeling tired, stiff, or forgetful is simply part of the aging process. That's just how it is, you might tell yourself. But is it really? Or could it be something deeper? Habits, beliefs, and routines that quietly chip away at your well-being day by day? You see, while age brings its changes, it's not the sole author of your physical decline. In truth, your daily choices matter more than you think. Have you noticed how quickly strength fades when you stop moving? Or how easily a poor diet can leave you feeling sluggish and foggy? The body, like any living system, responds to care, or the lack of it. And here's the thing. Neglect doesn't always look like doing nothing. Sometimes it's staying too long in front of the TV. Sometimes it's skipping the walk because your legs ache anyway. Sometimes it's brushing off warning signs thinking, I'll be fine. But over time, small neglects become big regrets. The good news, you're not too late. You're never too late. The human body is remarkably resilient. Even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, it can respond to change if you give it the chance. Gentle exercise like walking, stretching, or even dancing in your kitchen can do wonders for your heart, muscles, and joints. Don't underestimate the power of movement. It's not about running marathons. It's about keeping your body awake, alive, and mobile. Even 10 minutes a day can lead to real transformation. Why not start with just that? And let's talk about food, your body's fuel. Are you eating to nourish yourself or simply out of habit? As we age, our nutritional needs evolve. Highly processed foods, too much sugar, or excess salt may have little effect in youth, but now they can take a toll. Choosing fresh vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and enough water can be a game changer. Not for vanity, not for a number on the scale, but for energy, clarity, and longevity. You deserve to feel good, truly good, every single day. Now, what about those aches? The brain fog, the unexplained fatigue? Don't ignore them. They are not simply part of getting old. They are your body speaking to you, asking for help. Listen, be proactive. Schedule your screenings, monitor your vitals, speak to your doctor. Preventive care is not a burden. It's a gift you give to your future self. Remember, health is not about perfection. It's about intention. Choosing to care, even in small ways, is a powerful act of self-love. Aging does not mean giving up. It means getting wiser, and that wisdom includes how you treat the body that carries you. So take the walk, drink the water, say yes to movement, say yes to yourself. Because your best years aren't behind you. They're still waiting for you to show up. 2. Isolating yourself. When loneliness quietly steals your joy, there's a kind of silence that goes beyond sound, a quiet that settles in the heart, not the room. Maybe you felt it. The phone doesn't ring as often, the house feels bigger somehow, and days seem to blend into one another. At first, it feels like peace, but over time, that peace can turn into isolation, and that's when the trouble begins. You might think, I'm just giving others their space, or I don't want to be a burden. Perhaps it's harder to get around, or your friends aren't as available as they used to be. But the truth is, we are not meant to walk through life alone, especially now. Social connection is not a luxury. It's a lifeline. It keeps your mind sharp, your heart light, and your spirit engaged. Studies have shown that loneliness is just as harmful to your health as smoking or obesity. Isn't that surprising? But it's more than just health. It's about joy, conversations, shared laughter, a warm hug from a friend, a simple coffee with your neighbor. These small moments breathe color into your days. And guess what? They don't have to disappear. You still have the power to reach out. Make that call. Send that message. Ask your grandchild to help you set up a video chat. Reconnect with someone you haven't spoken to in years. You'll be amazed how welcome your voice is in someone else's day. You might say, well, but my children are busy. And yes, they probably are. Life moves fast for younger generations. But that doesn't mean you aren't needed. Your wisdom, your stories, your presence, they matter deeply. The key is to not rely solely on family for connection. Find your own circle too. Whether it's a local senior center, a church group, a book club, or even an online community. There are people out there who would love to meet someone like you. All it takes is one step. And if technology feels overwhelming, don't give up. Learning something new, especially when it connects you to others, is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Ask for help, be patient, stay curious. You're more capable than you think, because at the end of the day, the most powerful medicine isn't always found in pills or prescriptions. It's found in connection, conversation, and community. So don't let silence become your story. Fill your days with voices, faces, and friendships. Let others in. Let life in. Because you were never meant to fade quietly into the background. You still belong. You still matter. And the world still wants to hear from you. 3. Failing to adapt to change. When holding on holds you back change. It can be uncomfortable, even intimidating, especially when the world around you shifts faster than ever before. Maybe the food you used to love no longer agrees with your body. Maybe technology makes your head spin. Maybe the way your grandchildren live feels so different, it's hard to understand. You might find yourself thinking, why does everything have to change? But here's a gentle truth. Change doesn't have to be the enemy. It can be your greatest ally. As we age, many of us cling to what's familiar. Old habits, old routines, old ways of thinking. And it makes sense. Familiarity feels safe. But when our bodies, environments, and relationships evolve, staying stuck in the past can actually make life harder, not easier. What once worked may now bring strain or even harm. Still cooking with too much salt? Still lifting heavy objects when your joints beg for rest? Still pushing through pain because you don't want to seem weak? These small choices, born out of pride or habit, can take a toll over time. But adapting is strength. It's not giving up. It's growing wiser. It's recognizing that accepting help, using a walking cane, or modifying your diet doesn't make you less independent. It makes you smart, self-aware, and proactive. It gives you more control, not less. When you adapt, you're not just adjusting to life, you're reclaiming it. And what about your mindset? Holding on to the past can sometimes close the door to meaningful connections in the present. If you find yourself saying, things were better back then, or young people just don't get it, ask yourself this: what if the new way isn't worse, just different? What if understanding your children's and grandchildren's world could actually bring you closer? You don't have to change your values to open your mind. You just have to stay curious. Try something new. Learn a little bit about technology. Ask questions. Be open. The moment you stop resisting change is the moment you allow life to keep flowing through you. And life, after all, is movement. It's growth. It's transformation. Because the goal isn't to stay the same. The goal is to keep becoming. And you, dear friend, are still becoming, still learning, still evolving, still capable of joy, connection, and purpose. So embrace what's new, honor what's old, and trust that adapting isn't the end of who you are. It's the beginning of who you're becoming next. 4. Poor financial management. When money worries steal your peace. You've worked hard your entire life. You've saved, sacrificed, and provided for others. Now that you've reached this stage, this chapter meant for rest, joy, and reflection, you deserve to feel financially secure. And yet for many, that peace remains just out of reach. Are you quietly wondering, will my money last? Will I become a burden? What if something unexpected happens? These are real fears, but they don't have to define your future. Financial mistakes in later life rarely come from recklessness. Often, they're the result of old habits, delayed planning, or simply not knowing what lies ahead. Maybe you never thought you'd live this long. Maybe no one taught you how to plan for medical bills, assisted living, or rising inflation. Maybe you just wanted to enjoy retirement without overthinking every dollar. That's understandable, but it's also risky. Without a clear financial plan, even a modest emergency, like a hospital stay or a home repair, can tip the balance. And the emotional toll? It's more than numbers. It's stress, worry, and sometimes shame. But here's the truth. It's never too late to take control. Start by asking yourself the tough but necessary questions. Do I have a budget? Do I understand what my insurance covers? Do I know how much long-term care might cost? According to Genworth's 2024 Cost of Care Survey, the national median monthly cost for assisted living is $5,350. And for a private room in a nursing home, it's over $9,500. These numbers are sobering, but knowing them empowers you. Because with that knowledge, you can plan, protect, and prepare. Avoid overspending in the early years of retirement. It's tempting to indulge after decades of restraint, but remember, this stage can last 20 or even 30 years. Pace yourself. Prioritize what brings lasting value: health, relationships, meaningful experiences over short-lived pleasures. And please stay alert. Seniors are often targeted by scammers who exploit trust and unfamiliarity with technology. If something feels off, pause, verify. Ask someone you trust. Your money is hard-earned. It deserves protection. If all this feels overwhelming, you don't have to do it alone. Financial advisors, nonprofit organizations, even trusted family members can help you navigate the landscape. Seeking guidance isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Because when your finances are steady, your mind is freer. Freer to enjoy sunsets, grandkids, books, music, and morning walks. Freer to say yes to life. So take that step, review your plan, ask the questions, and build a future where you can rest, not worry. You've carried so many for so long. It's time your financial choices carried you. 5. Giving up on intellectual growth and losing life purpose. When the mind grows quiet before its time, what happens when the days begin to feel the same? When your calendar is empty and the spark that once lit up your mornings has grown dim? Maybe you found yourself wondering, what's next? What's left? After retirement, after the kids have grown, after life slows down, what fills the space? For many, the answer is nothing. And that's where the quiet danger lies. You see, we don't stop learning because we grow old. We grow old because we stop learning. The brain, like any other part of your body, needs to be stretched, challenged, nourished. Without stimulation, it shrinks, not just physically, but in energy, curiosity, and spirit. Memory fades, creativity dries up, days begin to blur. But it doesn't have to be that way. You still have dreams worth chasing, stories worth writing, ideas worth exploring. Have you ever wanted to paint, to speak a little Spanish, to start a garden? Why not now? Why not you? When you feed your mind, whether through reading, puzzles, music, crafts, or learning technology, you're not just staying sharp. You're reminding yourself that you're still growing. And growth is where purpose lives. But beyond mental activity lies something even deeper: meaning. In your working years, purpose came from your job, your family, your to-do list. But now you must create new purpose intentionally. And yes, that can feel daunting, but it can also be beautiful, because now your purpose can come from what brings you joy, not just obligation. Volunteer, mentor someone, take care of a pet, start writing your life story. Teach your grandchild how to cook your favorite dish. Wake up for something that makes your heart rise. According to Senior Site and AARP, having a sense of purpose later in life is directly linked to better physical health, lower depression rates, and even longer lifespan. Purpose isn't just nice, it's necessary. It gives your days direction and your heart fuel. You haven't finished contributing, you haven't finished becoming, you haven't finished living, and it's never too late to rediscover the things that make your life feel full, alive, and yours. So shake off the belief that your best days are behind you. The next chapter is unwritten, and you hold the pen. Let your days be filled with learning, with wonder, and with why nots. Because the purpose of life is not to slow down and fade away. It's to keep discovering who you are every single day. So here you are, standing at a stage of life many never reach. That alone is a gift, isn't it? A life filled with moments, memories, and lessons earned through years of living, loving, giving, and growing. But no matter how far you've come, there's still more ahead. More laughter, more discovery, more connection, more you. Yes, mistakes may have been made. Yes, there were paths not taken. But aging isn't about regret. It's about refinement. It's about choosing now, in this very moment, to live with more intention, more care, and more joy than ever before. Isn't that a powerful thought? Your health, your relationships, your mind, your money, your purpose, they are all still yours to shape. One small choice each day is all it takes to change the direction of your life. So don't settle for simply existing. Live with heart, live with hope, live with meaning. And if any part of this video touched something in you, made you pause, smile, or reflect, please don't keep it to yourself. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts or your story. Your voice matters, and it may help someone else. Like this video if it gave you something to think about. Share it with a friend or loved one who may need a little inspiration today. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more content designed just for you, because your journey is far from over, and we'll be right here walking it with you. You're not too late. You're just getting started, and we're so glad you're here.